I've decided that I need to darken the leaves so that they're a more rich colour rather than a pop colour, as it were. And I've taken some sap green here, and this is sap green by Dale Rowney, and there we go. I'm putting some that darker colour in. You might ask, well, why didn't you put it in the first place? But actually, to put a lighter colour down, even if it were a white, it sets a really good, it's like paper, it sets a really good foundation for any colour you like. And I'm going to do some highlighting on these leaves so that they will be picking up bits of light. And there is water mixed with the sap green. And I actually prefer that colour. So I'll just carry on with this for a while and come back to you in a minute. Now I'd like to continue on with highlighting the leaves. So I have the sap green and some white on a relatively dry brush, not too wet. And so I'm going to show you next stage. Excuse me, I get the camera sorted. Okay, so we need more white. Giving them a kind of three-dimensionality, this sort of volvic shape almost. Which is obviously this sort of symbolic or metaphorical allusion to the sensuality going on in the picture with the lovers. It's still very cold in England at the moment, and I'm really feeling it. I've just been for a walk on the beach near where I live, but I'm so cold in my studio, and I need my wrist warmers. So I might go and search them out in a moment. It really makes a difference. Really makes a difference. And so, yeah, taking the highlighting all the leaves just a little bit, giving them that vibrant, alive look. That's a bit too much. I'm going to take that off my finger and put a bit more green back in. As you can see, I've already done that with the flower. Putting from the flat pink, I've taken a little bit of lighter pink and worked that into the flower to give it that three-dimensionality. And that sort of vulvic shape again, or sort of yoni shape. And now I'm going to get my white Posca pen, if I can find the right one. A little bit on the table to get some of the paint out. I'm going to pick out a little bit of highlight on the spiral. Oops, that's not meant to be there, although it could be, could remain there. I'm going to take it away. A bit more. Sometimes with the Posca pen you have to, I would recommend that you try it out on a piece of paper before you commit it to the canvas, because it can often be a little heavy. I mean, generally speaking it's not, but when you've been pumping it and shaking it, that's what I mean, it can come out a little heavy sometimes. So there we have some spirally leaves. Now I'm going to, now as you can see, I've done this flat yellow here, And I'm going to take a nice yellow here. Got lots of different kinds of yellow, but this one's just a nice bright yellow. Push that down, get a bit of white mixed together. Where's my white? I'm going to put this over here. Just softly, 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 softly as you can. White. And now I want my thinner brush. And for the pink tulip flower, I'm going to take one last bit of white on a fairly dry brush and just pop that on there so it kind of really highlights the flower. And for now, that's how I'm going to leave the flowers. And the next step is I want to put in a bird. So I've chosen the branch where I want to put the bird, and I tend to make up my little birds I love birds so much. This one is based on a greenish warbler. And he's going to be sitting on the branch right here. And so, yes, you can just trace the outline of the bird and take a little brush and fill in with white, and or take the Posca pen and do the same. I'm just going to use white paint first of all. Little bird. Big feet. I might take that out a bit. Just get a bit of tissue. Wipe it out. There. And I also want to put in a guitar, and that bird isn't finished yet, but I want to put in it's a ukulele actually. So I take my Posca pen, risk it. Oh no, actually I'd rather use my pencil so that I don't overdo. So I'm going to put the ukulele just in front of the woman here. It could be a guitar, but a small one. I love painting guitars in paintings because obviously I absolutely love music. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of music, and I also love Picasso's pictures of music and instruments, and for me they're just such a romantic addition to a painting. Music is the food of love, as Shakespeare said. So just getting the rough shape of that. It needn't be super, super realistic by any means. There's nothing, none of this is. My ukulele here is going to be blue. I think. So first off, just pumping my pen, brush, Posca pen. I do beg your pardon. Get confused. Okay, so it seemed to want to come out. It goes. I'm going to get some pale blue and fill in the blue of the ukulele guitar, whatever we want to call it. I think it's a small guitar at this point, but I want it to be blue. And I also want my bird to be blue to echo the guitar. And I'll put some more detail into the bird when I'm ready. So it's not anymore going to be a green warbler. It's going to be a blue bird of some description. Most of the time I make my birds up. With a longer tail, I'm going to bring it down a bit. So I'm just going to fill in the blue at the top of the neck of the guitar. Give it a little bit of a shape and a fan shape as it comes down. I need black now for the neck of the guitar. Some Mars black. Putting the lid back on is another matter. Okay, so the black, in it goes. In it goes. I haven't got much black in this painting at all. Okay. I bring that down to a little point. Clean my brush from the rag. Now, where does the circle go in a ukulele or the hollow goes roughly here. Now I think I'm going to just make a little minor adjustment here. Bringing that up a little higher. That's it. Yeah. And the bird, I'm going to bring the black into, if I can find a black Posca pen. Yes, I found one. And so I'm going to put the bird's wing in with just the smallest amount of black. And the feathers as delicately as I possibly can. And they come